Janice here for Indian Expat, and we're talking about Bulgaria today. Here's a view of the coastline on the Black Sea. Bulgaria is east of Albania, the first country I covered. Astral doesn't rate Bulgaria in the top 5. There's a low cost of living. It is a member of the EU. English is spoken in tourist areas, but language barriers can exist outside major cities. There's a growing IT sector and demand in tourism and agriculture. Welcoming attitude towards immigrants, that's a good thing to know. The reasons Astral gave for not rating it highly is the political stability is generally stable, but occasional political fluctuations happen. I think that's common in every country these days. Look at my country, the United States. It's a mess. Visa requirements are similar to Schengen area requirements. Student and long-term visas are available. Affordable rent and expenses. Public universities charge 1,500 to 5,000 euros annually. That's approximately $1,500 to $5,000. The expat community is smaller in Bulgaria compared to other Eastern European countries. That could be a plus because you don't have as many people clamoring for low-rent apartments. Bulgarian is the official language. Bureaucratic processes can be slow, but that's all of Europe. Be sure and check out the resources. Some are in English. ChatGPT 4.1 had this to say. Country visa requirements are 90-day visa-free for U.S. citizens. So that would make it 90 days out of 180 that you can stay there. Students require a D visa. Tuition is 1,500 to 8,000 euros per semester, so the figure is a little different on ChatGPT. There's good accessibility in new construction, but older areas can have some barriers for people with a mobility disability like me. But that's all of Europe. And a lot of places in the United States as well, we're pretty used to dealing with that. There are 10,000 plus expats, friendly and connected. I got some facts from the CIA fact book. The climate is temperate with cold, damp winters and hot, dry summers. Things to think about. Rivers polluted from raw sewage. We have that in Georgia. Just about all of our waterways are polluted that way because of antiquated sewage disposal. There is also heavy metals, detergents, deforestation, forest damage from air pollution, and acid rain. Soil contamination, heavy metals from metallurgical plants and industrial waste is something to think about. Bulgaria has a space agency. That makes it very attractive to me. And Sofia, Bulgaria is well connected through train lines through the rest of Europe. Most medium-sized European cities have excellent public transportation, making a car unnecessary, which is attractive to me and my daughter. Claude 4 Sonnet had some things to add. There are from 15,000 to 20,000 Western expats in Bulgaria. Claude 3.7 Sonnet told me last month that medium-sized cities are typically 20 to 40% cheaper than large cities. Here's another view of Burgas Harbor. It looks like a beautiful town. A view up in the mountain. Look at the forest. As far as health care, European Union countries offer health care to students, but you got to check the specific insurance requirements. I'm 66. I'm going to have a hard time getting health insurance. Gemini 2.5 Pro added, there's demand for IT and BPO, which is business process outsourcing. Tourism, manufacturing, and agriculture. It would help you to learn Bulgarian, however. This is the Institute of Culture in Sofia. Have your job lined up before you leave the States and have your worker visa taken care of too, because you can't do that from within the country. English and Bulgarian is very useful for engineers and seasonal tourism workers. the expat community is mainly concentrated in Sofia, the capital, Plovdiv, Varna, and ski and coastal resorts. Rock Theory adds that Bulgaria is a unique blend of mountains, Black Sea coastline, ancient history, and a rapidly modernizing society. Here's ethnic costume. They're just beautiful. And that's the important fact. If you want a Type D visa, that's D as in dog, you need to apply in the United States before you go to Bulgaria. As far as worker fields in demand, high demand for multilingual professionals, especially English speaking. But Facebook groups have a lot of particular groups for particular medium-sized cities in Bulgaria. So you can look up like expats in Plovdiv, for example. And Internations is a very good source. They have country files with reports from their expats who are members who live in the cities and countries represented. So the information is very good. Rock 3 also reminds us that younger people will be more likely to know English, but older people, you'll need to know some Bulgarian to be able to talk with them too. Here's a map of the major cities in Bulgaria, and as you can see, it's got Greece and Turkey at the south, Romania to the north, Serbia and North Macedonia to the east. Further east of Serbia and North Macedonia is Albania. So it's near Ukraine, which makes me a little nervous. You can teach English, but it would be good if you knew some Bulgarian if you're going to teach Bulgarians. Here's a map that shows how big Bulgaria was if you laid it over Maryland and a little bit of West Virginia and some of Virginia there. But this gives you an idea of how big the country is. Wikipedia tells us that Bulgaria's motto is Unity Makes Strength. The capital and largest city of Bulgaria is Sofia. The official script is Cyrillic, which is what Russian is written in. Ethnic groups in Bulgaria include 85.7% Bulgarians, 8.5% Turks, 4.5% Roma, and 1.3% others. As far as religion, 64.7% are Christians, 62.7% are Bulgarian Orthodox, 2.0% other Christian, 15.9% no religion, 9.8% Islam, 0.1% other, and 9.5% of people preferred not to answer about their religion. This is another ethnic costume. I would love to know the folklore behind that. There are many beautiful churches and a mosque in Sofia, Bulgaria. These pictures are of a building in Sofia. This rock formation is a famous tourist attraction in Bulgaria. There are a lot of ancient buildings from when the Ottoman Empire had Bulgaria as part of it. So there are many, many interesting places that I would love to visit in Bulgaria. And here we see a vestige of the Roman Empire. This is a Roman Colosseum. Interesting archaeological sites in Bulgaria. And here is part of the shoreline on the Black Sea. Isn't that beautiful? And here are people having a kite day on the shoreline. I love these graphics. I got all of the photos and videos from not Wikipedia. I got some graphics from Wikipedia, but these came from Pexels.com, a good source of public domain photography and videography. Here's one building that's actually in Sofia, Bulgaria. I'm happy you came on this armchair journey with me to see some sights from Bulgaria. Y'all take care.